Sorry about that, guys. Some technical difficulty. Uh, we'll see if this live stream works out. I'm going to wait for some people to join in here. What's up, Diamondbacks? What's up, Christian? All right, we're getting some people jumping in here. Icarus, Blue Shirt, Kuga, Jerry, John, Tree Dillinger. What's going on? All right, guys. So I apologize if the stream gets interrupted or anything because I am live streaming right now via my iPhone, and I don't know if I've never done this before. I've never live streamed via my phone. Valen in the house. What's going on, Chris? Thanks for the support, man. Christian, you want to buy an Orient? Go for it, dude. Orients are sick watches. All right. So the title of this kind of live stream slash watch rant is two negatives don't make a positive. All right, what do I mean by that? Two wrongs don't make a right, guys. All right, so as many of you guys know, because so many of you, excuse me, have written to me on Instagram and via my comment section on YouTube, a lot of you guys have been mentioning the recent acquisition of MVMT, of Movement Watches, from the Movado group. Okay, so right there, those are two negatives: Movado and Movement. What is going on? Seriously, it's like Voldemort and Frieza from Dragon Ball Z came together and are somehow trying to plot something terrible. I just admitted to all of you guys that I am a huge nerd. Anyway, okay, so what is going on here with this merger? Well, here's why I say two wrongs don't make a right, okay? Movado's watches aren't going to get any better because of this, and Movement's watches aren't going to get any better from this. What time is it? Well, it is 2:04 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we're getting down to business right now. Okay, so here is what I think, and I actually took some notes here, guys, for some talking points, because this is what I think is happening. Okay, Jarvis says Voldemort and Thanos. Okay, so here's what I think is the play here. All right, Movado tried to breathe life into their brand with the Movado Bold line. Do you guys know about Movado Bold? It was supposed to be kind of their sporty, still minimal, but kind of chunky, ugly fashion things. I mean, all their watches, all Movado's watches are ugly fashion watches. But they really tried to push those heavily in the last, like, 2 years, I want to say. And what ended up happening is they didn't sell well. That's why you can go to secondhand stores like Nordstrom Rack and stuff, and you can find a ton of Movado Bolds just being thrown away because no one was buying them. So in business, there's a term, right? A sales system. Each sales system needs to have some bait on the front end of it, on the front end, excuse me. They need to have something to give you for an entry-level product to enter you into their sales system. Movado has proven that they can't do that. They don't really have an entry-level product to give you, okay? Not that their products are high-end. They're not. But they're not willing to bring the price down at all. So what they're going to do is they're going to acquire Movement, which they already have, and I'm going to talk about the deal there in a moment. And what's up, Petros? What they're going to do is they've acquired Movement, and they're going to use that as kind of their entry-level product. Because, again, Movement, they sell their watches for, in my movement video, I saw that on their website they go for like 120 to like 150. So that's kind of going to be the entry level product for the Movado group. Now they're going to utilize all of Movement's other accessories, like I think they do sunglasses and probably like bracelets and stuff now. Admittedly, I'm not super well versed with everything Movement offers. Now, what will be very interested, or what will be very interesting is in the near future if Movado chooses to rebrand Movement. And what I mean by that is here in the US, we had Scion. Okay, Scion was a subsidiary of Toyota. And elsewhere, like in Japan, they didn't have Scion. Okay, they just kept them branded as Toyotas. So here in the US, Toyota wanted to acquire a more youthful, kind of hip demographic, and so they created all these really kind of entry-level cars under the Scion brand name. Okay, so what ended up happening is sales numbers were initially pretty good, but then they kind of went down. So in Toyota North America decided to just reabsorb Scion. Okay, so now there won't really be any more Scions, and they're going to be reintroduced as Toyotas once again. So I would be interested to see if Movado is going to rebrand Movements. So again, they're going to buy all their products for $2 on Alibaba, and then they're going to maybe put the Movement, or excuse me, the Movado kind of fake gem there over by the 12 o'clock. Are they going to do that, or are they going to, like keep it the Movement company, keep it the low end company? People want me to. It says orientation is locked, so I can't. This is my first time streaming on this phone, guys. Okay. What's up, Mid Europe? Everyone's saying what's going on, Mid Europe. So, again, I could have filmed this watch rant, but this is such a new, like, developing story in the watch world. Jerry wants a wrist check. What's going on, guys? I'm wearing my Frederic Constant Moon Timer. Beautiful watch. It is a dress watch. I'm wearing it a little bit looser today because it's kind of hot here in Los Angeles. It is a dress watch, but I wear it kind of as an everyday piece because it's got a threaded crown and a 100-meter water resistance rating. So, oh, Mark Klein. What's up, Mark Klein? Mark is in here. Selton says, when Movado bought Movement, they took a bow. They made up a line called Bow Movement. That's clever. Hodinky wrote an article on it. The comment section is kind of humorous. Yeah, I'm eager to read that. Louis, it's worth a moon phase watch? I've always wanted a moon phase watch. I've said that in a video a while ago. A moon phase complication was kind of it is an admittedly useless complication, but it was one I've always wanted. So ever since I got interested in wristwatches, for some reason I felt like it was an unattainable complication. I thought it was super cool and super fancy. What's going on, Austin? And I just thought all the really cool, sophisticated watches had a moon phase, and I always wanted a moon phase. So when I saw this Frederic Constant Moon Timer come up, I knew it was different than the normal Frederic Constant Moon phase, so I jumped on it, and yeah, an amazing, amazing, amazing watch. So yes, it is worth the money getting a moon phase. Just understand that it's kind of a useless complication, admittedly. Chad says, this merger makes me think of what my mom used to say. 2 wrongs won't make it right. That's very true. That is very true. Good advice from your mom. Greetings from Germany. What's up, Nicholas? Good to see you live, sir. Enjoying your vids. Thanks, Shane. But yeah, so I think okay, so the deal is also interesting. So Movado is acquiring, we will still see every YouTuber shill movement. I'm going to talk about that in a moment. Okay, so the deal is actually quite interesting. Movado is acquiring movement for $100 million pre-tax. So it's going to work out something like 85 million. And then it's contingent. It's a contingent deal. So there could be other payments installed that could equate to another 100 million. So this could potentially be a $200 million deal. Now, this is amazing for Movement, for the dudes that started Movement. That is awesome. Okay, that is really cool. Josh says the next step, Invicta buys Movado. That would be scary. The world might actually collapse in on itself if that happens. The trifecta will be complete, the Illuminati will take over the world, and Thanos will get the Power Stones. That's what will happen if Invicta joins the party. Could you please just say hi to me while live streaming? What's up, Ryan Anderson? What is going on? Blue Shirt says they're laughing all the way to the bank. Yes, dude, Movement. As a fellow entrepreneur, I'm incredibly impressed. That is a huge windfall for them. They clearly did a lot of work and thinking to get to where they are. I'm not hating on the dudes, okay? I'm not hating on the guys that started Movement. But what I will admit is that they don't make good watches. They're fashion accessories, excuse me, and I'm judging the watches. Now, one of the Fair Lady Z for the win. Hell yeah, SoCal. One of the issues that I have with Movement all along is that you can buy the same watches, like literally the same watches. I'm not exaggerating, like a very similar watch. No, the exact same watch that Movement makes, you can buy on Alibaba for $2. And again, I am not exaggerating. For those of you who don't know, Alibaba is the Chinese equivalent of Amazon. What these dudes did, what these Movement dudes did, was they found out that they could essentially be like a drop shipping site, take these watches that sell for $2 on Alibaba, put their own little logo on the dial, and sell them for a huge markup at $130, $150, and just use just massive influencer campaigns and sell a ton of them, and that's what they're doing. So huge deal, could potentially be a $200 million deal. It will at least be 85 million after taxes for them. So that's really cool. Thanks for being such a genius. That's very flattering. I don't think I'm anywhere near a genius. I'm just a nerd that enjoys watches. But okay, so here's I wanted to touch upon the influencer campaign. So in business, and as you guys know, I've mentioned it a few times. I'm a consultant. I'm a business consultant. My Instagram name is The Simple Consultant, and so from a business standpoint, it makes sense what they're doing with these influencer campaigns. Now, what's interesting is usually when a smaller, like, startup company, SoCal Entourage says Jory for president. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys want that. Would you guys want that? Okay, so usually when a smaller company, like a startup company, interacts or engages with a larger company, in this case being Movado Group, the smaller company would benefit from the connections of the bigger companies, networking and connections and this and that. However, it's the other way around in this case, if that makes sense. Movado is going to benefit greatly, hugely, from Movement's networking and connections, because I almost want to say that Movement has lost touch with whoever they're trying to sell to. Darcy Phillips, what's going on, man? What's going on, UK? Petro says it's basically they're trying to cast a massive net over the social media network. Dean Spearreader, I'd vote for you. Thanks, buddy. All right, I got at least one vote. On to the White House. Okay, so what I was saying is it's actually Movado that's going to benefit a ton from this relationship, because because Movement has this new, fresh, influencer campaign. They've really tapped into this youthful consumer base, and Movado doesn't have that. Okay, so Movado, in somewhat of a smart, intelligent move, again, the numbers, was this worth a $200 deal for them potentially? I don't know. I don't know. But Movado saw that Movement is nailing it with these youthful consumers. They understand that Movement is nailing it, getting influencers on board. They understand that. I actually haven't looked at the numbers on their social media pages, but Movement may have a larger social media presence than even Movado, even though Movado has been around for decades and decades longer than Movement. And this is the thing, man. Like, this proves that if you don't adapt in business, in life, really, if you don't adapt, then you're done. That's why the dinosaurs died. Dinosaurs weren't willing to, wear clothes and get jobs, and that's why they died. Dinosaurs. I'm not a scientist, guys. I don't actually know what happened to the dinosaurs, but yeah. Dinos can't adapt to meteors. Exactly. A meteor happened, actually. So, like, moral of the story is these two evil forces are coming together, but none of the products will actually increase in quality. That's what's, like, mind-boggling to me. like, I want to start laughing right now because there's like a potential $200 million deal going down, but none of the products will actually like get better from this. That is funny. That's not funny to you guys, but yeah. So it's crazy. Should be $200. Yes, SSC5 says it should be a $200 deal. I think that valuation is more accurate. It should be a $200 deal. By the way, in yesterday's live stream with Federico, I said that the Cartier Tortue Tourbillon Special Edition was $2,000. What I meant to say was it was around a $200,000 watch. So I rewatched that live stream and I realized that I said that watch was $2,000. I wish that watch was only $2,000. Maybe you will be able to buy them at the dollar store. I don't know. See, here's the thing. It's very clear that I'm sorry. I'm reading the comments here, guys. How to get rid of Invicta watches that were gifts? Any ideas? Yeah, you could use them as door stops. You could melt them down and probably use them as armor plating for something. If you go fishing, like deep sea fishing, you could use it as a really, really heavy weight on the end of your tackle. You could use it as like a personal defense weapon for sure. You could probably, like those, not a doorstop, but like if you park your RV or something really heavy on an angle, you could use your Invicta like behind the tire so that your RV won't move. Man, there's so many different ways of using those. Just don't use them as watches. That's my only, or just use them as clocks. Dude, I wouldn't even use them as clocks, man. All right? I don't even know if the walls on my house could, and this is a pretty well-constructed house. I don't know if it could even handle the weight of a Movado being bolted onto the wall. Dude, maybe the dinosaurs all died because an Invicta like crashed down to Earth. Maybe take one apart. Yeah. So okay, here, my plan is to take apart a Movement watch and show you guys, because that video where I was exposing Movement watches, I brought up how it was just a cheap watch. It's a bad watch, and I didn't realize that it was gonna go like so viral. Within a couple weeks, that video got over 200,000, like well over 200,000 views, which is big for me. My channel, I mean, 200,000 views is huge for my channel, and it got a lot of non watch enthusiasts. So they were like, "Oh, everything you're saying is so subjective, and you're just saying that movement watches are bad, but you can't prove it. You're blah 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 blah." So my proof or my plan is to pick up a movement watch, take the case back off, and show that 50-cent Chinese plastic movement. But again, if I did that, those same people that don't really know about watches, what's up, JH Gaming? Would they even really be able, like, if I said, look, this movement is plastic, this is a low quality movement, this is made by the millions, like mass produced plastic cheap Chinese movement, this is bad, would they even still, like, would they even understand that? I don't even think they would. But yeah, so M. Jansen, time is told. The time has been told. What's up, Chicago? Chi-Town in the building. Yeah, they would. Diamondback, they would try to talk their way out of it. That's exactly what they would do. They would try to talk their way out of it. Exactly. Darcy says the 4R36. Yeah. Are you kidding? 4R36 movement kicks the crud out of any movement that MVMT watches uses currently. What's up, Poland? Swatch Group should buy movement and provide better products for the millennials. So as far as bomb, okay, yeah, bomb is a disaster. I don't know what is going on with that. But it's a huge deal. Like, it's a huge amount of money thrown around by Movado. Again, their sales haven't been great. I don't know a single person that has a watch from their heritage collection. Once in a while, you see like a very basic museum watch on a female. Like, I'll see women with like essentially a bracelet, but it happens to be a museum watch from Movado. And once in a while, you'll see. What's up, Canton, Ohio? What's up, Brian? But you and once in a while you'll see like a trendy dude with just a very basic museum watch on. But Movado hasn't really been crushing it sales wise that I know of. I could be and maybe they do well in other regions. For instance, in one of my other videos, I said that Buick will be the next car company to get cut off of GM's roster. I said they're going to be the next to go. And everybody was like, oh, they crush it in China. Buick sells a ton of cars in China. They're not going anywhere. Well, yeah, they might go somewhere. They might go to China. Like, they may be defunct in the US. There's a lot of cars that are not sold here anymore. Like Daewoo, the Korean company, they used to be sold here. Like, they used to be not common, but I remember seeing them growing up. They don't sell any cars here anymore, but they are elsewhere, I believe, still sold. People are still commenting. What I can see on my YouTube notifications, people are like, what do you think of Movado buying movement? Well, you should jump into this live stream, man. We're talking about it right now. T3, are there any other watch channels you support or watch? I love Federico. Federico's incredibly knowledgeable for sure. RIP Pontiac. Yeah, man, well, Pontiac was not what it used to be when it was at the end there. I mean, come on, the Pontiac Aztec. That's oh my gosh. That's like the Invicta of cars, man. But so, yeah, huge number thrown around, potentially a $200, excuse me. I keep wanting to say $200 deal because that's all it should be. $200 million deal. Is that smart for Movado based upon their current sales? Is this their kind of death throw? Or are they like, is this their last hurrah? Are they really going for something to try to pick it up here towards the end? I don't know. But I don't know of anybody wearing their heritage collection. I once in a while see people wearing a bold, But yeah, they're blue shirt, grasping at straws. Exactly. Thank you for that. Um, yeah, Redskins. They got 200 million from somewhere. No, they've had 200. What you need to understand, Redskins, is they've been a company forever. The museum watch was around a very long time ago, developed by Vacheron and Jaeger-LeCoultre, I believe. So they've been around a very long time. What's up, John from Norway? Um, SoCal Entourage. Naturally aspirated is the way to go. That's the true strength. Test the true. That's how you test the true strength of an engine, is if it can make power naturally without any stupid forced induction. Come on. Um, but what I'm getting at is Movado has been around forever. They had some decent brand equity for a little while there. People, like, dude, their C chronograph. I forgot the reference or the name, but their sporty diving chronograph from the 70s, amazing, so cool, dude. There are Movados I would wear. I'm not kidding. Their triple date calendar for the vintage Movados look so cool, and when you compare them to what they have now, it's like it's hard to believe that they're the same company. So when the only thing that they have uh, that lets you know that they are the same company is because of that stupid jewel, that stupid gem logo on at the 12 o'clock. But I mean, in the 80s, they were purchased, right? Movado was purchased by this businessman in the 80s, and I don't think it's a coincidence that that's when their production kind of went downhill. Tried to make it too hip, too fashiony, didn't do well, and it's only it only makes sense that Movement and Movado were attracted to each other and that engaged in this way. Because Movado, with the bold line and everything, they were going for. I mean, Movado's always, the museum watch is a minimalist watch, but they had these minimalist kind of watches coming out, kind of plasticky toys, and that's all that Movement makes. So of course Movado's like, oh yeah, we like that. Let's buy that. We can't sell anything else. Like, no one's buying the things we make. We need to use whatever capital we have to buy another product. Hopefully, we can flip that product, sell enough of them volume wise, and make enough money to keep this thing going. Because I don't see how else they're going to do this. Here's one last thing I kind of wanted to. Movado C Sub Chrono Diver. I think that's the exact one that I was talking about. Icarus, you're a boss. Thank you. Yes, I believe that is the exact that I'm talking about. That is a sick watch. Fitzgerald, thanks for stopping by, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. So okay. Here's one thing I want to leave you with, and I want your guys' insight. We're almost reaching the 30-minute mark, and I don't want to make this too long for you guys. I appreciate everyone who's here, by the way. So leave me some answers because I want to hear from you. The reason that I'm doing this live instead of filming it is because I value the conversation from you guys, and this is such an interesting topic to me, at least, that I wanted to hear from you. Okay, will Movado leave Movement the same? Will they leave them at the $130 to $150 mark? Or are they going to mess up and start upping it and start upping it and start upping it and start upping it? Because here's the thing. The smart thing to do, all right, business-wise, is for Movado to just leave it alone. Buy Movement, okay? Keep it Movement and keep selling them at the way they are now, because it's proof that they're selling them, okay? But I don't think Movado is that smart. I think they're gonna find a way to mess it up. M. Jansen, mess it up, no doubt. I think that Movado won't be able to help themselves. Movado is, and to up the price and a little bit more, and then it's gonna up a little bit more, and then blah 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 blah, and yeah, it's it's. Okay, I'm gonna read your comments now because I want your insight, guys. Are they going to leave it the same, or are they going to mess it up? I have a feeling they're going to mess it up. Patrick says tiered pricing with a Swiss option. Yeah, sounds about right. Yeah. Adrian Herring, this channel saved me from buying a move. No, Peter. Okay, Peter says there's a market for that, obviously. So keep that going. Is smart. Of course, they should keep it going, but I don't know if Movado is capable of leaving things alone. So Cal, they will add a diamond at the 12 o'clock and increase the price. I hope not. I mean, on some level, I don't really care because I don't like. I'm never going to own a movement or a Movado or a current Movado at least. But it's like on the other side, I make these videos in order to hopefully catch that one or two people that are on Google, a watch they're about to buy. And maybe if they type in Movado or maybe if they type in movement, they see me talking about how they're not worth the money and I save them a couple bucks. That would be the best case scenario. I'm reading some comments, guys. Excellent. Oh, thanks. What's up, Greece? Appreciate it. Thank you, India in the building. Thank you, Noel. Ocean, if anything, Movado is going to learn how to use digital marketing to grow their main brand. Um, that's where I think this whole idea came from. That's where I think this whole idea to acquire movement came from because it's proof that they can't figure it out themselves. They don't have any form of interacting with any client base or consumer base. So what they're doing is they're acquiring a more youthful company that has connections with networking and understands how to actually connect with a certain consumer base online in the current world. And so that's what they did. But Movado can't do it themselves. So, but whatever, guys. Yeah, I'm sick of it. Hopefully, this doesn't flood the market with more of these things. But, you never know, guys. Anyway, please go ahead. Follow me on Instagram at the simple consultant, the_simple_, consultant. And yeah, you can write me any questions or comments there directly, and I respond to each and every one of you. It may take me a while, but I typically use the weekends to respond to everybody. So the_simple_consultant. Follow me there, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by on this little impromptu live stream. And yeah, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of your Friday. I hope the rest of your weekend is amazing, guys. And I hope you had fun with this little live stream. And leave me a comment, guys. Let me know if you enjoyed this, just seeing me live streaming on my phone. And if you guys liked it, then I will do more of these. But yeah, we did it live. Okay, we did it live. Screw it, we're gonna do it live. We did it live. All right, guys. Have a good one. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom, guys. All right, guys. Remember, I didn't invent time. I just tell it. Later.